hour, 46 minutes, and 20 seconds.
A taste test.
That's mile 3.
If I'm gonna wear the other shoes for the race day, 5 by 2 minutes on go. Also, I am in my brand new shoes today, so we'll try them out again. We are 3 days out from race day. Beautiful! That was 4 strides. So we're just gonna go for like the fruity flavors.
Half of my plate today and tomorrow is going to be carbohydrates to stretch out and roll out,
which means that it's the night before the race.
I have not raced in 5 years. Am I going on a gradual incline right now? Going as fast as I possibly could.
I finished the race. It was so completely difficult. Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, and I just finished the first mile of today's long run, which is going to be a lot shorter than my usual long runs. We are officially 6 days out from my half marathon, and I am a little bit rusty. Like I said, I literally have not run in the past week, but my body is obviously excited to run because I just ran that first mile in like an 11:26, and if y'all know me, I'll be going at zone 2, which is well over 12 minutes. So obviously this is going to be an interesting little run here. We are starting our taper this week. So today we are doing about 8 miles is my goal. My last long run that I did was 11 miles, which was, I guess that was 2 weeks ago now, because actually at the end of last week, I did not do a long run. So we're going for 8 miles today. I think that will be good. And then I have not yet determined my mileage for the rest of the week. So we're going to kind of play around with that and see what mileage we're doing every day. Also, I am still in Birmingham. Today is Sunday. I was supposed to be back in Tuscaloosa today for doing kind of like a reset, getting ready for my clinicals that start this week, but I'm getting to go see family today, which is really exciting. So I'm really glad that over spring break I had brought my running belt and also a few gels for my hikes, because otherwise this long run would not be happening right now. And I am feeling light as air on my new running shoes. I am so excited to break them in today. I am absolutely loving them. It's also such a nice day outside, like such nice weather. After being out west, it was going between being like 30 degrees and like 95 degrees, and I was so confused. But now we're just at like a nice 60 degrees, which is still a little cold for me, but at least it's the same. And look at that, our watch just buzzed 2 miles in an 11:50. But I'm actually super pumped because last week was Alabama spring break, which is why I was obviously out west on spring break. This week is my hometown spring break, so literally this town is deserted and empty. And even though I'm only running 8 miles today, I'm still taking gels like normally, which is about every 2.5 miles, which I think is 4K on the dot. But I still need to get up on like what the actual race course is gonna look like, because I won't be bringing any water with me, but I will have my running belt with just some gels in it. So I'm gonna have to see like how often the water is and how often I actually want to take my gels on race day. And I might have to take them even more frequently because I'm obviously going to be exerting a lot more energy, which means that I'm going to be burning more calories, which means that I might need more gels more frequently, like maybe every 2 miles. Also, one of the dire things that needs to get done this week is that I need to go and get more gels, because I am out of GUYYYY gels, which you're really supposed to race with what you practice with. And so right now what I have is some Honey Stinger energy gels from Target, which I've never tried before, so we'll do a taste test in just a minute. But I have got to go find some more GUYYYY gels. And I've been very lucky with not having to even have to like re-up my gels yet, because my mom for Christmas got me a giant box of GUYYYY gels, and I'm just now running out of them. And it's the end of March, so they've lasted me a very good time, a very long time, but it's time to go find some more, and I don't have enough time to order them, so we're gonna have to see if like Dick's Sporting Goods has them or some other place. I'm not sure. But for now, a taste test, and this is the fruit smoothie flavor. Honestly, really big fan of this taste. It tastes just like their gummies, which I have had before. It's a lot thinner of a gel than the GUYYYY gels, and it's kind of a bigger packet than them too. All right, I rated a solid 8 out of 10 on taste, packaging, flavor, all the things. We'll see how it actually sits in my stomach and how it does. But for now, I'm feeling good about it. And the best thing about the race is that they are going to have water cups along the way, so I will not have to bring my Ziploc baggie full of water. And that's mile 3 and it's 12:03. What a gorgeous day outside. Are you kidding me? I'm actually like obsessed with spring coming. Like, I cannot get over the green. That's mile number 4, which means that we are halfway done. Also, this whole week, I have got to have a goal to have like at least 3 to 4 of my Hydro Flasks a day, because I have got to be hydrated for this weekend. And really, hydration starts 2 to 3 days before the race, but I'm gonna start treating it as the entire week. So like today, I'm gonna try to have my water bottle filled up as much as possible, which is going to be difficult because I am going out of town right after this. I know, you're like, Victoria, it's your last day of spring break. Your classes start tomorrow. I know. I'm going out of town after I finish this run to go see some of my family who is in Alabama and gonna see them all day. So might be a little bit hard. I'll probably have to pee a lot in the car, but it's worth it to be hydrated and to be fully recovered from this run and all my runs this week. And I'll probably end up getting back to Tuscaloosa like tomorrow morning. Like, I'm probably gonna drive from Birmingham to Tuscaloosa and like park near my class and just walk there, because I don't even think I'm gonna have time to go back to my apartment. But we're making the absolute most of our break. But now I need to like get back in the groove of like, okay, starting clinicals, starting classes, end of the school year, end of my last school year, half marathon, all the things. That was mile 5 and a 12:13, which means it's time for gel number 2. That's mile 6 and an 11:55. I just saw a dead possum and no. All right, y'all, that was mile 7. I'm about to go finish mile 8. I'm gonna make time for a really good stretch session. I'm gonna hydrate all day. I'm gonna have a really good, really filling breakfast, lunch, and dinner to refill what I lost on this long run. And then I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow morning for an easy run. My feet are a little sore in these shoes. I can't tell if it's from hiking or if they're just getting used to these. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. It's Monday. And guys, I am still in Birmingham. That's right. I have yet to drive back to Tuscaloosa, but I need to because I have a class at literally 10 a.m. So I am about to get in this easy peasy 5-mile run, and then I'm gonna get ready, get packed, and head back to T-Town. We just hit mile 1 in an 11:49, and I'm feeling really, really good. We're just taking it easy. Recovery. This is all about just letting my body rest, letting it feel running again after not running for a whole week, and kind of preparing because we are now 5 days out from race day, which is absolutely crazy. So we're about to get these easy miles. And yeah, also, yes, I do usually do a lower body gym day on Mondays, but that's not happening for 2 reasons. Number 1, because I'm in Birmingham, I'm not gonna have time this morning. And number 2, because usually those make me really, really sore. And I am not trying to be sore at all for race day. We're just taking it super easy. I might do some like light stuff at home, just to activate the muscles and whatever. But today, it's just, again, running, stretching, getting ready, and staying hydrated, which I actually did a very good job of doing yesterday, despite my little road trip. Yes, I had to pee, but yes, the hydration was also worth it. That's mile 2 and a 12:07. And also today I did switch back to my glycerin. So I am in my cutie little purple shoes, giving my feet a break, letting them adjust. I really don't know if I'm gonna wear the other shoes for the race day because, again, I think my feet were like really trying to adjust to them. We're gonna see, but I'll probably slip back into my new shoes tomorrow. But for now, we're wearing the glycerins. And we are turning around at 2.5, and I am just having the best run because it is so absolutely gorgeous. Like, the creek is flowing, the trees are treeing, the birds are chirping. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm a little sad to go back to Tuscaloosa because I just love running out here, but it's okay. I'm also excited to get back to T-Town. And yeah, that's 2.5. Let's go hit 3, 4, and 5. That's mile 3. That's mile 4. All right, y'all. We're about to hit mile 5, and I am starving and stiff, which means I need to eat a massive breakfast and do some mobility work, stretch, and stay hydrated the rest of today. But that is 5 miles. I'm gonna drive to Tuscaloosa, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, good morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning. I literally have forgotten to update y'all this morning, but I literally got up at like 5:30 and I was Googling. I was like, do you do speed runs, speed workouts the week before your half marathon? And so I saw something that said maybe do one, and the one that it said was doing like 5 by 2 minutes on your half marathon pace. So I just did a mile warm up, and now I think I'm about to go and do that. So I'm about to set my timer on my phone to 2 minutes. I'm gonna go at like 8:30 pace, see how that feels. And then between the 2 minute spans, I'm gonna take 1 minute in between. So we're gonna do that. And then I think my total mileage for the day is gonna be 4. But I literally just was like, oh my God, I forgot to even update them. Like, I feel like I woke up in a haze this morning, just like rose out of bed and just like went. So here I am updating you guys. So that's my warm up done. Let's go do 5 by 2 minutes on. Okay. Let's go. That felt good. That first one felt like we were starting on the start line. I started at a slower pace than my actual goal because me and my friend are planning to start at like a 9:30 pace. So first one, good. This feels very relaxed, very chill. Glad to have like a moment to practice running fast after literally not having run for a week. So just, you know, activating those muscles in my legs and like mentally having the connection between that speed. All right, here goes number 2. Number 2 done. The next 2 minutes is up this awful hill, but on race day we'll be going down the hill, so that's good. That uphill got me, y'all. I hated that. But we just hit mile 2 in a 9:16, which is averaging the paces between my half pace and my super slow recovery pace. And now the next 2 minutes are gonna be down the same hill that we just went up. So we'll be going the actual way that the race is gonna be going, which is downhill, thank goodness. Although there is one really big hill getting on like an on-ramp, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, let's go. Okay, that was the last one. We got back down towards 7:30 pace, which is where we're hoping to end our half marathon. So that was good to feel a little bit of speed on my legs. I'm gonna do strides later this week, but for now, we're just gonna go cool down the rest of the way, run easy, normal, and then that will be hopefully about 4 miles on the day. We just hit mile 3, and also today is the first day of my very last clinical rotation and my very last rotation. So the next 5 weeks are literally, we're about to be done, and I'm so excited about it. But because this is my first week, I'm gonna try not to stress myself out too much. I'm gonna try to make sure I'm getting plenty of sleep and that I'm not like killing myself over homework, to make sure that I'm well rested and not sick come Saturday. I love campus so much. I'm gonna miss it after this year. Also, I am in my brand new shoes today, so we're trying them out again. The bottoms do feel kind of hard on my feet, but I'm breaking them in. Okay guys, so we finished off that run in 4.33 miles, and now I'm just stretching out. We're making really good time this morning. It's only like 6:55, so we have a good few minutes to like stretch, do some mobility, drain the lactic acid out of my legs, and make sure that we're good to go. Today, I'm gonna keep eating like normally, but I am gonna start like really making sure that I'm having my like 3 hydro flasks that I wanna drink in the day, which is kind of scary for me on the first day of clinicals because I don't wanna have to be like peeing all the time, you know? So we're just gonna have to fight through and remember that it's worth it and that it's gotta happen. But I'm just gonna focus on stretching, drinking water today, and I will see y'all tomorrow for not so early of a morning because tomorrow's Wednesday and I'm not going to the gym. I was gonna go and do an upper body workout tomorrow like I usually do, but I decided I just don't want any soreness on me or like any thought of soreness, so we're not going to be doing that. We're just gonna be running, which is awesome because I need to catch up on like studying for the registered dietitian exam, which I didn't do at all over spring break. So yes, that was today, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Woo! 4 days out from the race, guys. Let's freaking go. Good morning, Tuscaloosa. And good morning to you guys. Today is Wednesday. We are 3 days out from race day, and today we are doing an easy 4, maybe 4.5 miles. And also today we are focusing extra on our hydration. This is the day that we lock in with water. So I think we're almost at mile 1. I'll update y'all along the run. And let's go. That's mile 2, taking it slow and easy at a 12:31. And y'all, the sunset this morning is literally beautiful. I'm running at the end of the river walk and like look at the waterfall, look at the sky, how beautiful. That's mile 3. That's mile 4 in a 12:01. Okay, I just ran for 50 minutes total. And I'm feeling good after that. I feel like my legs, like my body was going a little slower. And I looked and I was at the very bottom of zone 2 and I was like, okay, I can pick it up a little bit, like, come on. So I feel like that was good overall, but I'm literally so hungry now. And my goal for the rest of the day is to drink 3 to 4 hydro flasks y'all are holding me accountable. We're getting it done. We're making it happen. We're gonna be hydrated for this race, okay? Okay guys, water bottle number 1 of the day is done. I just filled up for number 2 and it is like 1 o'clock, but we're still doing good on hydration because this morning when I got done with my run, I had about 16 ounces of chocolate milk, which has calcium as an electrolyte. And then I also had one of my favorite electrolyte drinks. So I put in a whole scoop of, gosh, what is it called? I can't even remember, but I'll put in a picture. And I put that in and I had about probably 24 ounces of that. I had like a really big cup. So all together, that's like 40 ounces of water via electrolytes. So 40 ounces there, and then finished just one 32-ounce water bottle, and then now we are working on my second 32-ounce water bottle, and then hoping to get at least another one in after this. So I'm about to chug this afternoon so we can get another one in, but it's going good today. Okay, y'all, I just went to the sporting goods store and stocked up on some gels because, as y'all know, I literally just ran out. I have like one of the ones from Target. What are they called? I don't even remember what that brand is called, but I usually, as y'all know, I take GU gels, not because I chose them in the first place, but because I asked for gels over Christmas break and it was my first time ever trying or taking gels. And then the ones that my mom ended up getting me for Christmas were GU gels just by happenstance, and they have lasted me until this long, until I realized that I was out of them. So I headed over to the sporting goods store, and hold on, y'all, I've got to turn on my car because it is hot today. Okay, that's a lot better. So I'm gonna do y'all a little haul and show y'all what flavors that I got because I'm a little bit nervous. They didn't have everything that I usually like to get. The ones that I have had, sorry about that. The ones that I usually have are the strawberry banana I have had, which they aren't my favorite, but I've had these. Like, these are like the regular GU gels. I have not tried this chocolate flavor, but as y'all know, I am a chocolate lover. Anything chocolate, I am obsessed. So I got 2 of the chocolate outrage, which I'm sure I'm gonna love. I have had the s'mores ones, which I do like. So I got those regular. I also got I got 2 other regular flavors. One I got was vanilla bean, which I have not tried. Don't know if I will like this, but I do like their birthday cake. So I feel like I should like the vanilla bean. And then the last one that I got that's regular is I got these tri-berry, which I also have not tried yet. So I got 2 of each of these. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 of the regular ones, not just for Saturday, but also just like for the next few weeks until I get like my next box in. Then I'm gonna order from Amazon because it is cheaper to order from there. So I got those. Then I tried something new because the flavors that actually looked good to me were a different kind. These are the GU Roctane amino acid supplement little gels. So the packaging looks kind of different than the regular ones. Looks a little bit upgraded. And so I was looking it up I was looking at it because it said that this was for ultra endurance, but it has less carbs than the regular ones, which I was like, what? Ultra endurance? But it's because it has so many amino acids, and I think it also has more sodium. And oh no, this does not have caffeine. The guy inside was like saying that it had caffeine. Yes, okay, one of them has caffeine. It's the cherry lime one has caffeine. I'm not a caffeine girl, as y'all know. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink soda, I don't drink energy drinks, I've like never had caffeine before. I don't drink caffeine. So this will be interesting to have, but I feel like maybe it'll be good pick me up during the race. And the cherry lime flavor sounds delicious. Y'all know I love lime. And then I got the cherry lime that's caffeine, and then I got the strawberry kiwi that is no caffeine, and I got the lemonade that is no caffeine. So we're gonna try, I think I'm gonna have all 3 of these on race day, because the one thing I was worried about for my race was electrolytes, and like I just was really nervous about like getting a cramp or something like that. So because these have sodium in them, I think that is gonna be really good for me then. And that's also why I like had electrolytes this morning, and why I'm gonna have them the next 2 days, is to make sure that like my levels are good on that front. But I got all of these, and I think usually I take my gels about every 2.5 miles. So that's gonna work out to be about 5 gels for the race. Maybe even 6, because if I'm running at such a faster rate for such a longer time, I'm gonna be burning more calories. So I might even do 6, which might sound crazy. You might be like, Victoria, that would actually be completely wild if you did one every 2 miles, but like, what is the harm? You know what I mean? Like, what is the harm? So if I'm guessing here, probably gonna start with a strawberry banana, number 1.
Then probably gonna go to maybe I'll just like, well, I don't know. Maybe strawberry banana and then strawberry kiwi. And then maybe a tri-berry third. Okay, are we tracking here? And then maybe fourth, it'll be time to kick it into gear. Okay, so then number 4, we're gonna do the caffeine. And then number 5, we will plan to do the lemonade. And then if I need a 6th one, then I'll either do the tri-berry or the strawberry banana. I'm not gonna do either the chocolate or vanilla because I think this might make me feel like I'm gonna puke a little bit if I'm like eating chocolate or vanilla on a race day. So we're just gonna go for like the fruity flavors. But we're stocked up on that. That was ridiculously more expensive than it needed to be. And you know what? Running is an expensive hobby, I guess you could say. Oh, I actually got 2 of the strawberry kiwi. So I guess I thought that one sounded good. So that is the plan. I got them in the bag, and now we are gonna head back home and keep working on our water bottle number 2. Number 2 down.
Good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. and it is Thursday morning, which means we're 2 days out from race day. And today my plan is to do about 3 miles with some strides. I used to in high school do strides the day before a race, but I just don't know if I'm feeling that. So I think I'm gonna do them today. And yeah, I'm feeling good this morning, feeling in a great mood. I've had a wonderful week and I'm excited to do just like a short little 3-mile run, like basically no mileage at all, I feel like. So let's go and get her done. Look at how the sun, or like how the sky is like pink down there and then purpled up there. So gorgeous. I'm gonna miss sunsets on campus, or sorry, sunrises on campus so much. And even just looking to the left at how beautiful the quad looks, like I cannot. That's mile 1 in an 11:49, going easy, easy, easy. Turning around at 1.5. That's mile 2 in a 12:08. All right, that's mile 3. Now let's do some strides. That was 4 strides, and now we're done. All right, those strides felt great, y'all. I felt like I was literally flying, and now we are moving straight into breakfast. And what I want to share with y'all today is that what I'm going to be eating today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, the 2 days before my race. Now, usually what I would usually have, also, I'm so sorry that it's echoey in here. We're just in my kitchen. But usually a regular plate day, according to like my plate and the guidelines, is supposed to be like half of your plate is fruits and vegetables, a quarter of your plate is protein, and a quarter is carbohydrates. Now for a competition plate, when you are about to be exerting yourself, when you need to build up glycogen stores, we're switching that around. So half of my plate today and tomorrow is gonna be carbohydrates, and then a quarter is gonna be like fruit, and a quarter is gonna be protein, because we also wanna cut down on fiber a little bit just to help with my like digestion. So today, usually what I have is I have 1 bagel, a whole wheat bagel, which also, it's usually better, especially if you're doing like a full marathon or like more endurance, it's usually better to be having like white. Also, sorry, sidebar, I am a nutrition student, I am a dietetic intern, but I'm not a registered dietitian yet, so actually don't take any of this for something that you should be doing. This is just what I'm doing, but I have heard that like also doing like white bread instead of wheat bread can also be better too, like a couple days out from like something like a marathon. But since this is just a half, I think I'm fine. But I'm changing my 1 bagel to a bagel and a half, and then I'm gonna still do the same amount of eggs and egg whites, and then I'm only doing blueberries instead of any strawberries, which is fine because the strawberries this week have been actually horrible. Like I haven't wanted to eat them. They've been, I don't know what's going on with the strawberries, but they were the same like that at Target and Publix, both bad. So we're about to have a whole lot of bagel and also a whole bunch of water and electrolytes. I only ended up drinking half of my Hydro Flask last night, my 3rd one, which means that we only added 16 ounces to the end of the day. So I'll do the math and put it here. This is what I drank Wednesday. Today we're gonna be trying to drink a lot, which is again gonna be hard because I'm going back to the hospital today for my 2nd day of clinicals, but we're gonna try to chug. And yes, let's hydrate, let's eat. And also today for my lunch, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, and tomorrow that I'm packing, so like instead of apple slices, that's a lot of fiber, I might just bring like some applesauce. And then also along with my goldfish, also bring pretzels. and like maybe even bring like an extra piece of bread along with my turkey sandwich, just so we're like really covered with the extra carbs. And then like tonight for dinner I'm having tacos, and I'm also gonna have cheesy rice with that, and I'm also gonna have some extra tortillas on the side along with like my side of broccoli. So that's what we're doing today, eating wise. That was our run this morning, and let's go make some meals. And I will see y'all tomorrow for another easy run, and tomorrow is gonna be the last day before my race, which is crazy. Breakfast. One down. Water number 2 is done. Good morning, everyone. It is the day before my half marathon. Oh my gosh, we're literally 24 hours out. Okay, it's 6 a.m. and I'm doing a 3-mile shakeout. Super easy peasy. And I'm just so freaking pumped. I'm enjoying it. I'm watching a podcast, and yeah, let's go get these 3 miles. That's mile 1. And also it's crazy, like these tapering runs, after tapering for a whole week and going super easy, my easy pace right now is like pretty quick because I'm not fatigued from like doing workouts throughout the week or like a super long run. So that one was just like 11 minutes something, when usually I'm in the 12 minutes. So there you go. That's mile 2. Okay, y'all, we finished up mile 3, feeling really good. That was just like a really easy peasy shakeout run just to get the legs moving, all the things. I just filled up my water bottle. Yesterday, I again only drank half of my 3rd water bottle. So today my goal is to drink everything. We're finishing it. We're being hydrated today. I'm getting it done. As Miss Remy Ashton says, 5 big sips of water. Now I'm about to stretch out and roll out. I wish I had my big foam roller, and I don't really roll all that often. Like maybe if I have a big workout coming up, or if I just did like a really strenuous, like hard workout and I feel like my muscles need to be rolled out, then I will. But it's not like one of my regular things. But we want to stretch really good right now, and then also really good tonight to just make sure we're just really good and worked. But yes, I'm gonna break out the roller. We're gonna do some good rolling on these muscles, and then I'm gonna eat a massive carb-loaded breakfast, and all of my meals today are gonna be big carb heavy. So let's go. 1 done. Number 2 done. Hey guys, I just got done with clinical for the day, which means that it's the night before the race. I am feeling like jittery because I was just at work for 9.25 hours, except don't call it work because I don't get paid to do my internship. I'm paying to be there, and I'm kind of freaking out because I have to go to the store and I need to get some pasta sauce and some turkey for the big bowl of spaghetti that I want to have tonight. And also, I need to go get my packet pickup, and I need to go get like my race bib and all of my things. So I'm like, it has to happen like ASAP. So basically right now, my friend just went to go pick up her packet, and she told me, oh, get out of the road. I'm not actually freaked out driving right now. I just sound like it, but it's outwardly like we're good. It's just inwardly kind of panicking. But my friend said I should go pick up my packet first, but the packet pickup is near my apartment, and so I kind of want to just like go to the grocery store on the way home. Also, I'm seeing all of these darties set up like for day parties, like on Saturdays at the frats. They all have their tarps up, and I'm like, I am so excited for the weekend. Y'all can probably hear the band practicing right now. Yeah, you totally freaking can. Oh my gosh. I'm literally just like, this weekend is going to be so fun. I'm so pumped for it. And it's happening right now because I just got off a rotation. Ah! Oh, everybody's like out and about and walking around and having the time of their lives. And there's a girl that I know from home. That's... what the hey? Should have rolled down my window and screamed. Gosh. I look crazy in my scrubs right now. I'm about to look crazy in my scrubs running across the park to go pick up my thing. Everybody looks so cute outside. Everybody's having a great time. All the tarps are up for the darties. Everybody's in dresses. It's a Friday night, except I can't go out tonight because of course we have a race tomorrow morning, which is sad. Ah! Okay. Ah! It's 5:18. Packet pickup stops at 6. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? I can get it tomorrow morning, but I don't want to get it tomorrow morning. I want to get it tonight. Am I gonna make it? I don't know. And the quad looks beautiful outside. I know I'm just rambling right now, but I literally am like, so this is one of those times, I've been having a lot of times recently where I am just so incredibly happy to be alive. Everybody's getting their grad pictures taken. I just scheduled my grad pictures. Like,
This is just like, everybody looks cute, everybody looks fun, everybody looks excited to be alive. I'm excited to be alive. It's a Friday night! Okay, I have to actually stop now. Well, I don't have to stop. I don't have to calm down because I'm happy and I should be happy. So, I'm gonna keep being excited, but I'm gonna hang up on you guys, hang up the phone now, and I will see y'all when I go get my stuff from the store, and then we run to the park to get my pack and pick up. Okay, bye. Here we go, y'all, in Governor's Plaza. This is where the Grace is gonna be, and I think pack pickup is over there. And I'm epically rocking my scrubs right now. Okay, we got the goods. Visit Tuscaloosa Half Marathon in the bag. We have our bib, we have our safety pins to put our bib on, and we have a t-shirt, which I've heard is actually cute. Let's see. It's gray. Looks like it could be cute. We'll see, we'll see. I am so excited to eat this right now. We are about to chow down. That is what I call carb loading. I literally did not think I was going to be able to eat the whole thing, but here we are. And now I'm going to go have some dessert. If this tells you anything about my metabolism, I finished my dinner and I filmed that clip at 6:36. It's 7:02 and I'm hungry again, and I just ate that massive bowl of pasta. So I'm about to dig into these Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. They're about to be delicious. And right now it's parents weekend. Alabama basketball is playing in the Sweet 16 game, and the bars are filled, and I live around a lot of the bars, so it is already very, very loud. I can hear a lot of music and a lot of noise, so I already know that I'm going to be going to sleep to a lot of that noise, but it's okay because I'm a very heavy sleeper and I knock out like 2 seconds flat, so I don't think that we're going to have a problem. But we'll see. Can you hear? I don't know if you can, but it's pretty dang loud. So I'm gonna dig into these and I'll probably see y'all tomorrow morning. I think my race is at 7. Plan is to warm up for like 10 minutes at like 6:30. I think my friend is getting here at 6. And I think I'm waking up at 5:30. So that's the plan. And I will see y'all in the morning. Okay guys, it is time for me to give y'all the rundown of marathon day, okay? Half marathon day. I'm super sad I really didn't get that many good clips for y'all because honestly, I just left my phone in the car and was like, I just need to be phoneless. I need to be like in the zone. And as y'all know, I'm not really somebody who runs with music ever. So the thought of even having my phone on me was never really a thought. Like I just thought that it would be extra weight, something extra to like hold on to or think about in my running belt. So the phone was kind of off the table for me during my run. Maybe in the future I will, but for this one, we were phone-less. So basically, let me walk y'all through the morning of. So I had to be super quiet in the morning because my roommate was still sleeping, which makes sense because it's a weekend and you know, it's super early in the morning. So my friend planned to get to my apartment by 6 a.m. on the dot, which is what happened. I didn't get downstairs though until like 6:15. I woke up at 5:30 and I ate breakfast. What I had before my race is I had 2 packets of the Peaches and Cream Quaker Oats oatmeal, which is usually what I have before my long runs, and I had a banana. So that was what I had, like the food that I had before I ran. I ate that around like 5:45, and so I had that about an hour and 15 minutes before the race started. I literally packed up my belt full of all of my gels, all the goo gels that I had got, and then I felt ready. So then I go downstairs to the car where my friend was waiting, and she had body glitter, and I was so excited. I put it on without a mirror because we were just in the car and I was like in the back seat. And so I just baby spread that across my face. I don't know if it was cute or not, but I know that it was there. And I also knew that I probably was gonna get it all over myself during the race because like, you know, sweating and whatever. But I was like, YOLO, I love a little glitter moment, especially for a race. So we went full out. And the other thing that I was not expecting the morning of the race was how cold it was gonna be. The day before the race, y'all, it was probably a high of 80 degrees. The high on the day of the race was 60, and in the morning it was 40 degrees. My mom ended up texting me later in the day saying that the weather app had said that it had felt like 30. Oh my gosh, cannot believe that. Y'all know I hate the cold. I always layer up way more than necessary, and I'm glad that I didn't look at that looks like temperature, because I definitely would have tried to wear like a long sleeve or a sweatshirt, and I did not need to do that for this race. So that was good to know for like future races and things like that, but it was frigid. Like I could not feel my hands, and we did our little like 10-minute warm-up in no warm-up clothes, because we were basically doing our 10-minute warm-up to where the race started. And so my hands were frozen, I couldn't feel anything, but because my whole body was numb, my legs felt great. I had been tapering all week, and so that little like warm up, we were probably going faster than I normally would do a warm up, but I felt totally good. Like we were just kind of jogging, like it was totally good. So we get to Government Plaza, which is where in Tuscaloosa the race started. And oh my gosh, guys, the line to the porta potties, there were not enough porta potties, because the line was spread all the way across Government Plaza, and we knew that we only had like 20 minutes until our race, and we were not going to make it there in time. So we actually ended up, I'm so glad I live close by to where the race was, because we ended up actually jogging back to my apartment, using the bathroom here, thank goodness, and then going back to the start line, which ended up being actually perfect timing. It was probably realistically a little bit more running than I wanted to do that morning, but it ended up being okay. So we go, and at the start line there was different like numbers of like your pace where you could like line up in order of. So we saw some of our friends on the way up and like got to see them, and that was really awesome. And then we kind of made our way to the 9-minute marker, even though that was not our goal pace, but that was our goal pace for the first mile. And so we figured it was probably a good safe space to start, to make sure that we're not going out too fast. And then what's also interesting to me is, of course, you have like the time when the gun starts, and then you have the time when your chip crosses the line. So the gun obviously starts, but because we're behind all these other people, they are gonna get to start like way quicker than we are. So I like waited to start my watch until I crossed like the start line, and then we were going. And guys, it was so funny. Probably in the first 30 seconds, I turned to Rachel and I said, Rachel, I'm not afraid anymore. Because literally, guys, I was so nervous leading up to this. I had not raced in 5 years, and just the anxiety around racing, like I had a horrible time. Like there was one portion of running in high school where I was just having anxiety attacks all the time, and it was really like a problem for me. And so I am so thankful for these past 5 years to just like have a break for it, and just actually, or have a break from it, and to just actually be excited about racing and excited about everything. And so we started, and I was like, Rachel, I'm not afraid anymore. Like we're running the race right now with all these people. And I also I've never run a half marathon. I've never run a marathon. I've never run any race longer than a 5K, which is like the distance in like cross country in high school. And so there was so many people around us going different paces, some people who probably were going out too fast, or some people like us who were kind of hanging back and then we're going to go forward later. And it was so fun just being around that many people. I felt like safe and secure, and just like, this is gonna be okay. Like it wasn't like I was with a bunch of girls who we run within seconds of each other, and so like every second of the race counts. Like it was chill and it was fun, even though I was still there to race. Like y'all know, this was not about to be a fun run for me. This was not a jog. This was a race. Now, despite that though, I will say that the first few miles, and honestly the majority of the race, we were going a little bit easier than I thought that we would be. Like I was not expecting myself to be able to like be kind of conversational, but I was able to talk, and Rachel was talking to me. We were kind of talking, and by the way, Rachel's much better fitness than me, and so she was like totally chill the whole time. But I was like surprised at how much I was able to talk. And so I think in the future, I probably could go a little bit faster at the beginning. But again, I was doing like a negative split kind of thing, and we were going faster each mile. And I'll show y'all, okay, I'll actually pull up on the screen what our mileage was and like what we were going per mile, because we started going faster than our set pace was. Like I think that we were supposed to go like 9-minute mile for the first one, and then like 8:55, 8:50, 8:45, 8:40, down. What ended up happening is that our first mile we ran 8:55, and then we ran like an 8:45. This is guessing. Y'all can see the actual numbers. Whatever happened is we were going like quicker than we expected to, and then the last 3 miles we went way fast. Like, I think the last 3 miles we were going like 7:25 pace, which I wanted to end with a really, really strong finish. And I, again, wanted to go as fast as I could. I wanted to finish strong, but I was not expecting it to hurt as bad as it did. I also will say there were a couple hills with this race. Like, we were getting like on the on-ramp, and I'll also show like the map of Tuscaloosa where it was, but like we were getting on the on-ramp and like going up to University Boulevard. So there were some hills, but it wasn't bad because of the massive amounts of people, it was like I couldn't see in front of me. They were like blocking the incline. So I was like, I basically was like, what hill, what's happening? But not actually, but like in my head I was kind of trying to psych myself out. And honestly, I usually am pretty good at hills. Like in high school I was pretty good at hills, so totally killed the hills. That didn't mind me one bit. And then probably the hardest part of this race was going down University Boulevard. We went all the way down University Boulevard, and then we had to turn around and go back the other way. So as we were going the first way down University Boulevard, we started seeing the beginning people of the race, the start of the race. And that's when the comparison starts, because I'm like, wow, look at them go. I want to be going that fast. Look at those people. Oh my goodness, I want to be going that fast. And just going. And it was way more people in front of us than I thought that there was going to be, like a lot of people. And then we saw like the 1 minute or the 1 mile and 1 mile. We saw the 1 hour and 30 minute pacer, okay? And I was like, okay, so we can't be that far behind the 1 hour and 45 minute pacer. And y'all, I have to be honest, I think the 1 hour 45 pacer was going too quick. I think that they were going a little quick in the middle of that race, because we were on track, I think, to get 145. That may be totally wrong. Again, we're like trying to do mental math in the middle of this race, but we could not see them. And then when we finally saw them like coming the other way, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so far ahead of us. So there was this final like incline up University Boulevard before we turned around. We sprinted up that, and then we sprinted all the way down it. And that is when we really just started like pushing it. Like, we were going. And it was funny because Rachel was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I was exerting the same amount of energy, except for now I just wasn't really bothering to like hide my loud breathing. Because let's be real, I'm a loud breather when I run and a loud stomper. Like, I will literally clomp my freaking steps. And so I basically just started like running. That was when I felt like race time kind of began. And that was probably around, again, you can see on the map better, I would guess that was after like mile 8, maybe like mile 8.5. And then the best part of the race was when we started to come to like where Regions Bank is, and that is where all the girls in the year 1 of the coordinated program and our coordinated program director were all standing there cheering. And I was like, and at first they didn't see us, and I don't even know if they knew that we were racing, but I was like trying to get their attention. And then when they saw us and they all were like, and they were like holding up their signs, I was like, wow, renewed burst of energy. I was like, let's go, like we're doing this. And that was around mile 10. So we had 3 miles to go, and everybody around me was being like, 5K left, just 5K left. And y'all, we booked it. I think the last miles were like 7-minute 25 pace. And there was no more talking for me. There was no more talking. And occasionally Rachel would be like, are you okay? And I would go, yes. Because I was like, I do not want to slow down. Like, I am good. I'm good going this pace. I wanted to come into this racing it. I wanted to come into it going as fast as I possibly could. And that's what we're doing right now. And I am all in for it. And then I was so excited. Like, so that was 1 mile down of the last 3 miles. So then we get to mile 11. And mile 11, I was like, wow, this is really testing me. Like, I am really being like tested to my body's limits right now, going this fast for this long after running so many miles at also such like a quickened pace. And I think that was the mile where I saw somebody that I know from my hometown, who I kind of like follow her running content on Instagram. And I was like, no way. I was like, if I am where she is, then like I can do this. Like, I am good. Like, I was literally like, oh my God. And then I was like so excited to go talk to her. And I think Rachel was probably confused because I went from being like to like running ahead of Rachel. And she probably was like, what are you doing? And I literally was trying to go run up to this girl that I knew and be like, oh my God, hey. And like, obviously, of course, that's like so me. And then of course I'm even more out of breath after that. But also like social interactions, I was like, it's giving me more energy. Like, we're pumping up the party. I'm so excited. So then there's 1 mile left. And this last mile ripped me to pieces. This was me utterly and completely hanging on. We went to this water station, and also I want to say I did take all of my gels except for one, and the one was the caffeine goo that I had never tried before, and I was so scared of it going straight through me that I was like, I'm not even gonna try it. But besides that, I had a gel every about 2 miles, which I probably could have done less, but I also never felt myself fading, like fuel wise. Like I did not feel fatigue, so I think that that was good for me. But it was a little bit off the water stations because I would like have a gel and then wait and then have to have water after that. But we got to this water station in the last mile, and all of a sudden, like, Rachel was getting so far ahead of me, and the whole time I had stayed with her and we'd been right next, side by side, and I thought to myself, I said, Victoria, if you don't go catch her now, you will not be able to keep up with her the rest of the race. And baby, I went. I was like giving it my absolute all. And then the worst part was, okay, so the finish line is at the government plaza, right? We've got like this square. Okay, the finish line is on this side. Okay, behind the government plaza is a parking garage. Okay, so the finish line, you're coming down here and here's the finish. But the road you're taking comes this way behind the parking garage and then this way. So we're over here starting to come, and I'm like, oh my God, is this a gradual incline? Am I going on a gradual incline right now? And all the people who were lined up here on the street were like started cheering. And it was one of those times where I knew that the only reason they were cheering was because they could see how hard of a time that I was having. Like when I tell you I was like like at this point we were gone, like we were not doing well, and so all these people started cheering. It did not help me because again I was like, I know that they're cheering because I look horrible and I'm going on this like the most gradual incline in the world. Any other day I wouldn't have noticed it, but this day I was like, I absolutely can't do this. So we're coming around, and then finally we round the corner, and in my head this whole race I had thought, because I used to have a really good kick. In high school and middle school, I used to have a fantastic kick. You know, you find that fifth gear and you just go. And I thought even the whole race, I was like, when I round that corner, I see the finish line, I'll be able to go. I was so done that I think mentally, I was like, yes, I really gave it my all. Physically, it felt like I was just I kicked as hard as I could. I went as hard as I possibly could. But there's a video, Rachel literally was like looking like behind her to make sure that I was like with her because I was trying so hard. And y'all, I was so exhausted. And I swear to goodness, when we were coming around like this straightaway here where the finish line was, I think I went into like V-fib. Like I feel like my heart was just like although if you look, my heart rate did not get above like 182, which I guess is pretty impressive, but it felt like it was literally going out of my body. And we crossed the finish line, and then it's like I see the people that are giving out the medals are people from a club that I used to be the president of. It's a really big like community service club. I was the president junior year, and I see these faces that I recognize like holding the medals, and they were like, oh my God, that's our 2023-2024 president. And I was like, oh my God, because I had volunteered at this race, y'all, for so many years, having a running background. And last year I was like, I'm running it next year. Like next year I will be running it. And I did. And I cannot believe that. And so they gave me the medal. Rachel's like hanging on to me. And then we get past like the gates, like where you go out to like the general public, and y'all, my boyfriend had to catch me because I was about to like pass out. And then we were talking to like my roommate met us too, and she watched us, which is so sweet. And my legs were like my whole body was like shaking. I was like, I think I need electrolytes, because the whole time I kept grabbing Powerade cups, but it kept just being water. Like I don't know if they had Powerade or Gatorade, but I just kept getting water. And so I was like, I think I need some like electrolytes. So they had me come like sit down. And then I saw the mom of the girl that I knew from my hometown, and she came over and talked to me. And like it was just such like a runner's high. And also let me clarify, the entire race, the whole race, I was having the time of my life. I kept being like, I need to take a mental picture. Oh, yep. That's what I remember. Like taking mental pictures. And I just kept saying, Rachel, I was like, I'm having so much fun. This is the time of my life. I love this. This is so fun. Like, and I'm so glad because obviously I've been building up to this for so long, and it was just like the time of my life. Guys, I finished the race. It was so completely difficult, but I freaking did it, and we're done. And I'll tell y'all more about it later.
And yeah, afterwards, I have to be honest, I did not have a restful weekend. I maybe rested for like 2 hours. I took a shower. I scraped the glitter off of my face, which ended up everywhere. And then literally that day, I went to Glory Bound to go get mimosa pictures. Then I went across to Houndstooth and we got Slipperies. Then we drove to Birmingham to go see a movie at a really swanky, like, underground movie theater. And we saw Project Hail Mary, which y'all, I sobbed and also loved. Like, it was actually a phenomenal movie. Loved it so much. Then we went to my favorite burger joint in Birmingham. Then we drove back and I went straight to sleep. The next morning I woke up. I worked on clinical assignments the whole next morning. That afternoon I went to a baseball game for 3 hours where I was talking to my friend, and the perfect word for it is like dilly-dallying. I love, like, right now when I know that graduation is coming and I'm trying to like take like every moment in, just laying there in the sun, watching a baseball game for 3 hours, chatting with my friends, talking about nothing, doing nothing productive was the best thing for me. Like, I just had the most wonderful time. I put on sunscreen so I did not get sunburn. I just got like a little bit of tan, except for my feet did get sunburn. But it was just like the most glorious time. Then after doing that, me and the other girls in my program that went to the baseball game, we went to Taziki's for dinner. I get home just in time to like wash off the sunscreen from like the baseball game, and I get a text from my friend that's like, hey, me and like my brother and our friends are going to Taco Mama, like, do you want to come? And I was like, I just ate dinner, but like, yeah, I absolutely want to come get a margarita. And I get there and we were waiting in line for so long that I was like, you know what, I absolutely want second dinner right now. Absolutely I do. And I had it and it was delicious. The margarita we had was phenomenal, and I just had like the most, like, it was not a restful weekend, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like being around people really energizes me. And so I still had a phenomenal weekend. And also going back to my race, I really think that I could, if I ran another half, like, or if I did it differently, I think if I tried to run the same pace the whole time instead of negative splitting, I honestly think I could have gone faster because I really felt okay afterwards. It was just those last 3 miles that took it out of me. So as for recovery, I told y'all about my busy weekend. Monday, I went into the community for my community class. We went to a county surrounding Tuscaloosa and did some of our surveys there for that class. Tuesday, Wednesday, and today's Thursday, I went to my clinical rotations for 8 hours. And today is Thursday. It's the end of my day. I just got back from clinicals. And I'm about to go on my first run since the half marathon. And honestly, it feels like it's been a million years since I ran it. It does not feel like it's only been a few days. And I'm honestly just like really eager to go run right now. And honestly, I was so pumped. That was the first time that I had worn this race fit. And I literally loved it so much. When I was just picking out my outfit, I was like, number one, I'm going to wear this pink outfit because I want to and I love it. And number two, because obviously I'm giving you guys the recap and I feel like I need to be in full fit. And this is from that like brand on Amazon that like has a lot of like cheap like stuff like this. And honestly, I'm gonna see if I can, I think it's like Pinspark, and I'm gonna see if I can get the actual links for y'all. But like, honestly, this did me so good. I really was a fan. The only thing that I was kind of bummed about is that I had to wear a sports bra under this, even though it's like double lined, but it's okay. It's just doesn't really match up. Hope that doesn't bother you. But the pink was giving, and the pink with the glitter was giving. And like a few random people along the course, like a few random like ladies were like, okay, glitter girls. And I was like, ah, yes, we are the glitter girls. Yes, 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 yes. So it was just such a great experience. And it has definitely like motivated me and also like put me in the mindset of like, yes, I really do want to run marathons and I want to get myself in that place. And like, this summer is go time. I want to get faster. I want to go more mileage. Like, I am just loving it. And I'm also getting that competitive spirit back again. Like, I rarely like don't really remember what that was like, because again, in high school, I was just so anxious about all my runs and like making sure that I performed well, that it's been a long time since I've just been driven by like competitiveness. And again, when we were doing that back and forth down university and I was seeing those people, I was like, oh, I want to beat them. And those last 3 miles when we were passing people, because we negative splitted, so we were passing a lot of the people who started out quicker, I was like eating it up. Like, I literally was like eating it up, y'all. I was loving every second of it. So all in all, I had a fantastic time. I loved it so much. I'm so back, baby. I'm so absolutely back into running. And now I can say that I finished a half marathon, and now I can say that my first half marathon, I ran it in 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 20 seconds, which I'm so pumped about, okay? So, gosh, I'm just happy like thinking about it. It's been like 4 days. I'm just happy. And I'm so excited that I'm about to go on a run right now because I haven't run in a long time. Okay, anyways. I know that this was a long one with all of my prep leading up to it and all the runs leading up to it, as well as me literally blabbing my head off. Like when I just looked at the camera and saw that I had been talking for 20 minutes, I was like, oh, that's rough. But hopefully it's helpful for y'all if you're about to run your first half marathon, or if you're just really curious about what I did prepping for it and then how the actual race went for me. Because again, a lot of y'all have been following along on all my like week of workouts for the past like 6 months, even though I've been running now for about a year, but I was seriously started doing workouts like 6 months ago. So for all of y'all that have been following what I've been doing, following as in like watching what I've been doing, and if you're curious to see how that paid off and like my mileage amounts and my tapering and how it paid off in my half marathon, this gives you all the information. So I hope that it was helpful, and to anybody who's interested in like running or anything, I just highly suggest it. A year ago when I started running back, I was miserable. Like honestly, I grew up running. I always loved running growing up, and you know, everybody always says like, I hate running, it's awful, and I never understood that until I took 4 to 5 years off. Okay, until I took 4 to 5 years off. And then when I did my first run last probably last March or April, I was like, oh my God, I understand why people hate it. I understand, like, this is atrocious. I can't breathe. I feel like I can't run. This is horrible. I was like watching my heart rate and it was just sky high, even from doing nothing. But I promise, staying consistent and just staying consistent for like 1 to 2 months, even though that sounds like a long time, you will start to see results and it will start to be fun. And I truly think the only reason that I was really able to do that and stick with it is because I could remember the experiences from when I ran in high school and how fun and joyful and how great it felt. And so I think I just really held on to those memories, and that got me back to where I am today. And again, today I'm at a joyful place where right now I'm about to go and do 3 easy miles. A year ago, 3 miles was like a lot for me. Like that was a lot. And I hated that that was a lot. It felt embarrassing to me that that was a lot because I had run so much in the past in high school and my mileage was so much higher then. But everybody is just at different stages at different parts of their life. And if you work at it, then you can get further. And so anyways, I just love all of you and all of your support along the way. And if you've been watching like my week of workouts, and if you watched all the way into this video, I love you and you're amazing and awesome. And I just think that you guys are the absolute greatest, and I think that you guys can conquer the world, because if I can do this, I know that you can do this. Okay guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.